Alright, so I know from the title that this may seem like an uneven fight. Iron Man versus Princess Bubblegum? What? The invincible Iron Man versus a candy princess. What is going on? Well, hear me out, because I actually think that these two might actually be evenly matched. But yeah, let's talk about it. Now, for Iron Man, you're probably wondering, well, what kind of armors are we going to be using here? Since we're in the all-new, all-different Marvel right now, I'm going to be, for argument's sake, for this fight, imagine Iron Man using it from the all-new, all-different Marvel, with Tony Stark using his all-new, all-different armor, that basically, on command, he can switch in between armors. Like, the armor can actually expand, it can shrink, it can actually... It's all of his armors put together. Like, he can instantly go from regular armor to Hulkbuster armor, and then into stealth armor, and then right into aquatic armor, just like that. So he can instantly, for this battle, he'll be using that... Just imagine, for this scenario, he'll be using that suit. Just imagine that suit. Now... let's talk a bit about Bonnibel, Princess Bonnibel Bubblegum. You may be thinking, there's no way she could take on Iron Man. To which I say, I think that she may have a shot. Now, first off, for those who are unaware of who Princess Bubblegum is one of the main characters of Adventure Time. And in here, she's the queen, she's the ruler of the Candy Kingdom, and is one of the smartest, if not the smartest, one of the smartest, if not the smartest characters in the series. She has a IQ ranging from almost superhuman, and she's actually over 1,000 years old. She's actually quite well over 1,000 years old. She's immortal, quintessentially, and her whole body is made of candy, more or less. She was also survived the apocalypse, more or less. She was kind of this gelatinous, gummy form in the beginning, and now she's kind of evolved into this super intelligent being. Now, Bonnibel, as a scientist, she has a multitude of weapons and gadgets, from lasers to rifles to, all types of different weapons. It's almost like she is the Tony Stark of her universe. She is more or less the Iron Man of her universe, except she's not really building armors, although she has built a few mech suits here and there. She's created lasers that could pierce through even magical abilities. She's actually, her science is on par with the most advanced magics in her universe. She's also so quick to thinking that she can instantly solve a problem with just a second. She can instantly figure out a situation in under a second. Her thought pattern is that fast. I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah. She's also a decent hand-to-hand fighter. She's also a really decent hand-to-hand fighter, and has gone toe-to-toe with the likes of... She's fought, monsters, ghouls, and if you guys remember, she took on in a head-to-head fight with Flame Princess. Now, that's not to say, she does have her downfalls. She does rely way too much on her tech. And you also have to take into account that she's also kind of she also gets a little arrogant and a little too sure of her creations. She gets a little too sure of that. Also, yeah, for this fight, if you're wondering, would she, is this going to be a one-on-one fight in this scenario? Yeah, it's a one-on-one fight. Just imagine in your head is that Bonnibel and Iron Man are having this one-on-one fight. So Iron Man doesn't have the Avengers, and Bubblegum doesn't have Finn or Jake or Marceline or even Peppermint Butler. But yeah. Now, Bonnibel, like I said, is a pretty decent hand-to-hand fighter, but she relies mostly on her tech. That's the same thing with Iron Man in this situation, is that Iron Man, while he does know some hand-to-hand combat, hell, he was trained by Steve Rogers in hand-to-hand combat, and even learned a few moves from T'Challa, the Black Panther. That doesn't mean he's an expert hand-to-hand fighter. He can fight without his armor, but he's not real, he relies way too much on his suit. So that's kind of the thing, is that both characters kind of rely more on their tech and their brains than they do their brawn. So these two would definitely try to outthink one another constantly. They would constantly be, problem solving and, using all different types of technology. Now, the big thing is that Bonnibel is a thinker. She is a mechanical genius. Same with Tony Stark. Both of them are incredibly intelligent. Like I said, this is going to be a battle of wits. This fight would be a major, absolute battle of wits between Bubblegum and Iron Man. Now, Bubblegum is basically from a post-apocalyptic future, albeit a kind of cutesy, post-apocalyptic future, but still, she's encountered technology and even magic that is far superseded some of the technology in the world of Marvel. However, on the other hand, you have to give it to Tony Stark, because Tony's encountered gods, he's outsmarted gods, he's fought monsters, he's gone head-to-head with the Hulk, Thor, different kinds of gods. He's fought he's fought Kang the Conqueror, a time traveler from the 41st century. This is a dude who's encountered future technology, but yeah, the Iron Man suit has encountered future. Iron Man has done battle with future technology and people from the future, so this wouldn't be totally far off. However, Bonnibel is very quick on her feet. She doesn't really, go into any kind of situation without some form of backup. Whether it be a weapon or a laser or some kind of dimensional weapon, that's kind of the big thing with her, is that she's always prepared. Very much like Batman, is that, she always, she doesn't, except, her prep time is, oh, I saw you on a video, I'm gonna kick your ass now. That's kind of how it is. She can also instantly study an opponent and see their weaknesses in some cases. Although I think that part got written out, because I remember one episode where she did that. She took one glance at an enemy and just went, yeah, I know how to take you down now. I think that was Ricardio, and I think she did it again in another episode, but yeah. Anyway, so so she could look at Iron Man's armor and be like, okay, it's a shape, that armor can shapeshift. It can turn into all sorts of things. I can do this, this, and this. Yeah. So that's kind of the big thing. But however, Tony's pretty goddamn smart too. You have to remember that Tony's one of the smartest people in the Marvel Universe, and he is very quick on his feet. You give him just a minute, and he'll think his way out of a situation. So, yeah, like I said earlier, this is going to be a battle of wits and tech than it is a battle of brawn. These two are going to be constantly trying to test each other, both trying to see who would come out on top in this scenario or that scenario. Yeah, so these two, these two are arguably two of the smartest beings. Well, Iron Man's ranked as one of the top five. Tony Stark is one of the top 5 smartest, but he's not the smartest. Whereas Bonnibel, in her universe, she is the smartest being in her universe, so you gotta give her a lot of credit on that. So that's, this is kind of the big thing here, is that, but that's the other thing, is that they rely too much on their tech, and Tony, however, while Bonnibel does rely too much on her tech, I will say this, Tony has learned to quintessentially be like, okay, this calls for a situation where I don't need my armor, so I can do that. But however, that doesn't mean he comes ill-prepared. His greatest weapon isn't his armor, it's his mind. And that's the same, and, on the other hand, that's the same thing with Bubblegum, is that she's also a quick thinker. She's also going to be like, I don't need a gun to kick your ass, I got a brain. Ha! Screw you. Screw you, I have math. That's kind of her train of logic, is that she has, fuck you, I have math. And also, I don't think she may even take Tony for granted, because he's a human, and then again, the only human she's encountered is Finn, so, this is a tough one, really, guys. This is a real tough fight, and yeah, I think, Bonnibel could take it I think Bubblegum could take it to Tony. So, yeah, you guys tell me, who do you think would win in a fight between Bubblegum, Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time, and Iron Man? Just comment below. And as always, if you think Iron Man would win, put hashtag Iron Man wins and list off the reasons why you think Tony would come out on top in a fight against Bubblegum. However, if you think Bubblegum would be the winner, if you think Bubblegum would be the winner in this matchup, put hashtag Bubblegum wins and list off the reasons why you think Princess Bubblegum would be the victor in this fight. Yeah, I've been kind of looking for a opponent for Bonnibel to fight because she's actually a very underrated badass. She's quintessentially an underrated badass, and I kind of thought, yeah, how would it be if she took on Iron Man? So here we are. So here you go, guys. Who do you think would win? Iron Man or Princess Bubblegum? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.